saying something else.
It's definitely could be. And aces are blind on blind. This is going to go shove, call, shove, snap, right, or it could be his way out. And that trade would have been
That's why you don't
a
take the
tough
trade.
one.
That's why you didn't take the bait. You're too sharp.
Ace 10
Oh
is
my.
into runner. That is quite dodgy.
One
And
more four is a
four
chop.
ball. That would be something. Oh, six. Boat. Tough to go out with a boat. He did it blind on blind. 6, not enough. In ace southeast, yeah, southeast region, small town. But yes, come. This is the time. This is it.
Is it good season right now over there?
It's the best. It's their winter, so it's not so hot. It actually is. It's perfect. And we see a call. Anatoly blind on blind is behind, ladies and gentlemen, versus your hero. And 5's full. That is quite a flop. That is going to seal it. Anatoly GG Bluemoon is off and running, who has played phenomenal. 2.5 million.
Decent flop for the Brazilian. Not bad. Get a little fancy with those kind of hands. So ace king off, all in, take it down. No messing around with our chip leader.
Yep, ace jack off. So king 5, shortest stack, does decide he could just have the best hand, goes for it. He is live though. Ace jack, king 5, ace jack in the lead. Mario needs some help. Picks up a few additional outs though. A 6 would do it. A 5, a king, a 6, and it is a 8. That is not enough. Oliver Weiss is going to eliminate Mario Mosbok, and that is, they have 2 million chips, Bluemoon and Oliver. Although it looks like there might be some separation here, Matt. This is big hands, four-handed. Of course, the kings, but ace queen offsuit, much different than 8 or 9-handed, four-handed.
This money's going in, Jeff. The money's going in. They're under 30 big blinds each. They're four-handed. I mean, this is going to go. This got to go 3-bet from Bluemoon and a shove from Oliver. I don't see anything else happening, right?
But the Bluemoon's been so solid, man. I think you're right on almost every circumstance, but is there a path for Oliver to just call here?
I mean, these guys have been playing with each other for, a good amount of hands. And as we had discussed, Bluemoon hasn't been the most aggressive player before the flop. So, I mean, if Oliver could somehow just cautiously call this pre-flop, I mean, you got ace queen here, and how do you not put the money in under 30 bigs? Yeah, you got to do it.
Wow, there it is, guys. 4 million chip pot, kings versus the pesky over. 87% after the flop, and that is 100% lock. Vamos, gente. Brazil is back. They are back. 4,096,000 chips, and wow, the $100 tournament ticket's starting to look spicy right at the moment. And it is anyone's game, but Mr. Weiss is basically all in. He is going to have to put it in, and he is going to be behind. And interestingly enough, Chris Frank, when he sees likely a min raise, I guess it's probably a min raise. I would just expect that seems to make sense. He goes for a mini plus 2.05. And Chris Frank, it's sort of a weird one, right? Just calls actually with jacks, decides would be a big mistake to go out. Doesn't want to.
I mean,
yeah,
you get $30,000 for that, for that pay jump. So you can't really blame Chris for not wanting to isolate there and trying his best to knock out that extra player. Especially as the short stack, when you're Chris Frank, you don't want to mess around. You want to try your best to get Oliver out of this tournament. And they're just going to check this one down. Chris is going to win this pot, and we are going to be down to our final 3 players, Jeff.
Yeah, a anticlimactic way for Oliver to go out after that king's to ace queen, just basically blinded in the big blind with 9-7, turned to 9, wasn't enough, and it is going to be a elimination unless a huge bet. Chris,
my,
and Oliver,
Jeff, and he's gonna win it. He's gonna. Wow. I didn't want to say it. But I was gonna say, what if? And this is a great play for Phil as the chip.
Gonna step into kings here, and actually, depending on the sizing, Phil's gone with relatively smaller sizings. But he is out of position this time, and they're fairly deep. So it'll be curious what he goes with, and if Chris decides to peel for the Jack 9 suit. This is a little larger, but Jack 9 suited so pretty.
Yeah, I
Does
mean,
call.
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind a peel here in this situation, with the Jack Nine suited on the button, and unfortunately, this is a disaster flop for Chris because you can't get a much better flop than. I mean, obviously you can, but like this is you're feeling very comfortable here on a 9-4-4 facing a 3-bet. He's not going anywhere. I'll tell you that much. And I mean, you could even arguably, as the short stack, make a case for raising this flop here with your Jack Nine. Calling is certainly like is slightly preferable, but
Yeah,
I mean,
this is
Jeff,
a
if
big
he shoves
brick.
here on the turn, like I think you have to call Jack Nine. You're three handed. You got a pair of nines. Like I don't see a I don't see a very easy way to fold this hand here.
I think he is going to shove too. The SPR is one. Basically, I mean, it is. It's effectively, it's more in the pot than his stack. If he has a flush draw, you kind of get protect. Maybe he can't fold him. If he has a nine, you cage him. It's hard for him to have a nine though, right? There's not a lot of 9x he's defending the 3-bet to. I guess like ace nine suited, some of this like 9-10, jack nine suited, maybe queen nine suited. But yeah, this is
Oh
wow. This
my,
is
yeah. So now I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're getting 4-1 on your money now if Phil shoves, and he is going to shove all in here. Let's be honest. There's no other thing that's going to happen, and you can't really fold here if you're Chris. Like you got the nine, you no longer are worried about being out kicked.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just an
there it
easy
is.
call, and unfortunately, that's a cooler where the deck is just going to send you on your way. And Jeff, we're heads up now.
Wants to call, but he doesn't.
I love these reactions on GG. They're so much fun.
Yeah, they got nice software, nice emojis, and
Oh
a
boy.
nice
Oh boy, Jeff. We got top
wow.
pair in position. We got bottom two. I think you got to play this hand real fast. You got a couple of clubs out there. You got bottom two. This is a very good flop. You definitely want to check raise here if you're Blue Moon. You want to check raise big too. I want to see over 600K here. Over
All right,
500K here.
guys, that is it. The winner is Jason Parker. So no need to type Matt anymore. He's got enough love today. He deserves it, but it is Jason Parker in the chat. So please put your username. I will make a note of that, and you will be getting either $50 cash on GG or a $100 tournament on GG. If this could be the last hand for sure. Top pair, draws are missing, 1 million in the pot. See what Blue Moon does for sizing. But Jason Parker, you have won. Jason Space Parker on your YouTube is
If
the winner. There he is, LFG. So put your username on GG or give me a username to send to. Let me screenshot it. And let me just get to the
we're gonna
bottom here.
we're gonna need the five of hearts or the five of spades on the river for any chance of this being the last hand, in my opinion.
All
But
right, I'm gonna write that name. But guys, appreciate it. Please congratulate our friend on the win. I'm gonna make a note here. Pardon me before I forget. I'll send it in. I took a screenshot. I will send it, and we are gonna see $1 million though, Matt. I mean,
I love this pot size bet on the turn here, Jeff. I really do. This is great. You're setting up. If you get called, you can now pot size shove the river. You got two pair. You're feeling super confident. Heads up. That's a five. That is the
wow,
five. It is clubs
wow.
though, so maybe Blue Moon won't get stacked. But still, like you got to ask yourself, like it might even be worth going for the value here with the deuces and nines. Even with that club, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you do bet, if he does bet here, he's all in, Jeff.
Wow.
I
Hold on.
mean,
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is I
this
was
is
just
it. This is it. This is crazy.
this has got to be it, right? You just can't fold this on the
What
river.
if
I
he
mean, there's two,
folds? What if he bluffs now with two pair against two pair? He's thinking about it.
there's against this player. This would be all time, but ultimately he's got 2 minutes to think about it. He is going to take his time. He realizes he loses to flushes. He does lose to straights as well if his opponent somehow played ace three like this, something like that. But I mean, I don't know, man. King five, you're pretty high up. You beat a lot of two pair
But he
combos.
and Blue Moon is not bluffing here. He is going for value. He's hoping to get called by like King Queen, right? King Queen, King Jack, King any king. He's hoping to get called by one king. Like there's no way that you're taking your two pair and bluffing. It's surely a much better candidate to just go for bluff catching if that's your mentality, right? Like you want to just check and call. So he's going for value here, but then oddly enough, this guy's thinking about folding a better hand, which is kings up, because that flush
If,
did get there. He shoved all in into him. But if he does call it, this is all over. This is over if Bill finds the call here.
I mean, I think this is a spot where if it was like, you know, 4-handed, 5-handed, saying with this player in the deck. Oh, wow, Blue Moon can do it. Some guys can do it. I mean, that is a crazy. And so ace, king, king 4 suited, it's getting pretty good again. Queen 7 off, the computer hand heads up. That is the dead middle hand, they say. If you get dealt, you can kind of base your starting hand off of whether you have a good hand or not. So both hands qualify here. Ace, king, of course, a great hand, full ring, let alone heads up. And king 4 suited now gets popped. Blue Moon likes to play in position. This is kind of a weird one. Does he flat? He has all options here.
Yeah, I mean, king 4 suited is a very nice hand to bluff with. You know, you're not often going to get called by like a bigger king if you put a lot of pressure here. And sure enough, he is going to find 4 bets, 1.6, but he ran into the wrong hand. And that's just like that. Yeah, 12 is going to hold very early on. And look at him now. Now he's got the chip lead, over 4-1 chip lead, where he is like, he's got the finish line in his sights, Jeff. He's trying to take this thing down. This has got to be a shove, right? 10 bigs with a king. Queen 10's a call. Here we go.
Wow. King 4 is ahead. Queen 10. It just feels like his day, though. There's a king and a queen. We might be playing some more poker. Extra outs on the turn. 80-20 favorite, and it is Blue Moon is your champion in 100.